Hey there everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of KSP Career Mode. I'm having too much fun with Career Mode, so I do apologize for the lack of sandbox videos recently, but I've got a few ideas for what I'm going to be doing with the Kerbozord, and yes, I've decided I'm going to try to finish the damn Kerbozord. That thing, man, at, like 800 parts that it is right now, it's no fun to work with, but I will figure something out. Anyways, for now, I figured for today I'm actually going to try to go back to the moon, since we have a long-ass time until our first transfer to another planet. We might as well go do some more science in our current system. So, I am going to be doing another manned mission. I guess we don't have another choice, so you gotta use this probe, so we shall. Alright, and first things first. Parachute. Excelente. There we go. Alright, so it's going to be more or less the same as the previous one, the Hope for the Moon, but we do have some extra parts now as well, so we will hopefully be able to make a slightly better craft. Alright, let's make sure that we get all the things that we need. So, this... Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, where I'm going to try to recover this whole thing at once. Because it seemed to work out pretty well last time, so, you know, might as well give it another go. So put a couple of these guys on here, on the sides. Excellent. And I still can't really, like, these have no purpose on the moon. So there's really no point in even adding them, so I'm not going to. I am still going to use this other... antenna thing because I don't know, I just prefer it more. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set it up in the horn setup here. That's what I'm gonna call it. It is the Devil's Space Probe, or the Devil's Science Probe, Devil's Man Probe, whatever. Before I forget, I'm gonna call it Devil's Probe. Sure, why not? Okay, so we have that. We got those. Perfect. We are probably gonna need a couple more parachutes. So I'm gonna toss these guys on here as well. I know I can't put them on the outside there, unfortunately. There we go, that'll do. That'll be good enough. Now we need to worry about the propulsion. I do want to get some RCS on there because RCS is always very handy to have. I got these big tanks. How much? That's 100, that's 40 each. I think I'd rather put just a couple of these guys on there. I don't need that much RCS on. But I am going to need some fuel. I wish I had the like the pancake tanks for this size, the 3-meter pancake tank. I think they hold 360. Yeah. I don't want to put too much mass on the bottom here, just because I'm going to try to bring this back afterwards and try to land it and everything, so... okay, let's make this quick. I don't want to spend too much time just building this damn thing. So that's 45, that's 180, that's 90. That's kinda too tiny. Yeah, I really wish I had the pancake. If I had the pancake, I would just... bam, I'd be sold right there. But I don't, so let's stop whining about it. Might as well get one of those on, I suppose. And that'll be enough for landing and everything, so we just gotta get a transfer stage. Yes. I don't want to leave debris, but I'm probably going to have to again. Actually no, I should be fine. I should be able to just crash the transfer stage into the moon. Hopefully things work out the way I would like them to. And I'm actually going to... should I add more fuel? No, I'm going to add a couple of these guys on. Can I put them like that? Is that a... I mean, that works, but the clipping... okay, why not? We'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll be fine. And we need... sure, we need that. Okay. And we need something to... oh, right. Can't forget that guy. Let's get you up in here. And now we need these guys. Let's actually finish this stage first before we worry about balance and all that. So we'll get this guy on. Ah, we can't put him on because of the clipping. Let's try it again. What about now? Oh, now it works. I don't know how I feel about this clipping. I feel like you shouldn't even be able to do something like this, but hey, you know what? Works for me. And just in case anybody's worried, I don't have the part clipping enabled, so this is just clipping that happens naturally in the game, I suppose, so that should be totally allowed. Okay, we also need some landing legs. I wish I had the better ones, the nice big ones, but I do not. And I suppose like here would be good, actually. I'm not sure how far they extend, actually. I'm still not used to these new legs. I think they go about double the length, or maybe 1.5 times the length that the leg is at right now. So I'll leave them here, and that should hopefully be okay. And the other one goes about there-ish. Is that even? That looks good enough to me. Alright. Okie doke. So that should be the lander stage. Now it is time for the RCS. Get those guys on there. Get these. Whoop, not. That's the wrong one. Center of mass. There we go. Right in the middle, roughly. Can I get 4 of these bad boys on the bottom? I cannot. Dang. Can I get them on the outside here? No, they don't attach to that. That's too bad. I can probably attach them here, though. And then we'll toss a couple more right here. And, or not. I said right here. There we go. And that's... Okay, that's not quite even, but I can definitely fix that. Just gotta move these up a little bit. Okay, maybe not. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it... Oh, I can move those up. No problem. Okay, so that's perfect then. I thought the angle snap would have messed with that, but it doesn't, so it's fine. And then we should be good. Okay, those are fairly even. Alright, then we'll get some up here, I guess. It's not going to be completely even, but that's the best I can do. Alright, so we got that. We're not going to have to worry about ladders because whoever's going out here... Who's on the crew? Bill Kerman. Now, you know what, Bill? You've had enough missions. Let's go with Sigass. Yes, he's got the sickest ass. Anyways, yeah, whoever's going on this mission, well, Sigass, I guess in this case, he's going to the moon, so he doesn't have to worry about a ladder or anything like that. Alright, well, this is our lander stage. I'm actually going to save it, just in case. Just in case I want to use it later on. Mark 1. Sure, why not? Okay, can I have that back now? Thank you. I do love the sub-assembly mod. Or I guess it's not really a mod anymore. The sub-assembly function, sub-assembly option, whatever. You know what I mean. Alright, so this is the lander, but we are also going to need solar panels. I definitely don't want to forget the solar panels. Because we all know just how fun that can be. So we'll just put a couple on here. Alrighty. And can I put more on? I mean, it's not gonna hurt to have more solar panels, right? Let's, I don't know. Can I flip it like that and put it right there? Did that work? That worked. I don't... that's probably gonna get covered, though. Oh, actually, here. That might be a good place. We put 4 of these. Yep, alright. Even though they're kind of floating, that's fine. That looks good to me. Alright, so we have the probe, or not the probe, the lander, as I've said a few times already. Let us work on the other things. You know what, I'm just gonna make a quick cut right here. I'll be right back with you guys on the launch pad, because I'm just gonna be making a launch stage, which I really should have saved before. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that right now, and I'll be back with you guys in 2 seconds. Alright, let's do this. Looks like Bill really wants to go on the mission. I had to go back into the launch building, the vehicle assembly building, because I realized that I had no batteries on this thing before, which isn't a huge issue seeing as how we have solar panels, but, you know, I'd like to have a battery on so I can just do more science, like so, because I'm greedy. We'll send all the things, because we can. Anyways, I do have the orbit set up. Let me get this out of the way so we can see that. I have, or not the orbit, sorry, the launch set up so that I can hopefully go directly to the moon. We'll see what happens. I don't know, this craft I think will do a good job. I'm really happy with this launch stage. It's, well, I mean, it's a little bit overpowered in a sense with all the boosters on there, but it does a good job. It does a good job. I'm gonna have to be careful here though, because I did notice that I am going to lose some speed. Yeah, quite a little bit. Quite a bit. And I probably should have strutted those things together. Yep. Almost definitely should have strutted those things together. It's gonna blow up soon. There it goes. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Haven't seen an explosion in a while, so you know what? Oh, we lost the other engine too, dang. I was hoping we hadn't lost that. Can I... get rid of you? Get rid of you? Can I rescue this? I highly doubt it. Yeah, we're going down right now, so... Ugh. We're not making orbit with this. Dang it! Alright. Well, that's too bad. Let's get rid of... I can't tell what do we get rid of? There we go. Alright, we'll get rid of this and we'll try to land it. Because, you know, why not? I guess we might as well do something, right? Dang, I'm kind of upset about that. I really should have realized. I mean... They're gonna wobble. They're not attached by anything other than one little tri-coupler at the top there, which is definitely not enough. And I always, you know, strut things together, but apparently I decided not to this time. Anyways, let's see how this thing does with landing. It should be fine, I think. Yep, things are blowing up, destroying everything around the launch pad. Awesome. At least the will it work is still alive. And yeah, parachutes. Time for you to do a good job on me. That's not how things are supposed to work. Okay, so yep, okay, so definitely gonna have to fix a couple of things there. So the parachutes up here, not a good idea. I'm gonna need the parachutes lower down on the stage, because I think the parachutes opened when I was going maybe like 70 or 60 meters a second. Which isn't terrible. I'm pretty sure I survived before with that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, so that'll have to be fixed. What? Yes, that'll have to be fixed, as well as the strutting. Great. All right, let's do that real quick here, and then we'll do another launch. And probably gonna be calling the episode in a little bit. Like I've said before, I want to keep them shorter. I did not mean to go with the launch, meant to go with assembly. Yes, I'm gonna be trying to keep the fridge. I just cannot speak today. Cannot talk. I'm gonna try to keep the episode shorter. Okay, just slow her down. I've noticed that's one thing. I tend to talk really fast. I just generally talk very quickly in real life, I suppose. So I'm gonna try to slow myself down, and hopefully that way you guys will be able to be kept apprised of what the hell I'm talking about, and I will have a better idea of what's going on as well. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna add some struts up here too, because why not? And now we gotta change these parachutes. They're gonna have to come down here somewhere. However am I going to do this? Well, I could put these guys up here. Alright, and then put the parachutes down here. I think that's actually how I had it set up before, and it worked just fine. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and that, and I am very, very tempted to actually put another pair up here. There we go. Now we should almost definitely be fine, because we do actually have more weight than we did last time with the previous lander, because we have more crap at the bottom, more fuel and stuff. Alright, so that's good, we're good now. Everything's strutted. Okay, let's attempt this once again. To the moon we shall go. Oh crap, we gotta wait like 5 hours now. Guess we gotta wait for the stupid moon to come back in a range. Or not range, but you know. So I don't have to wait in orbit. It's more efficient to burn directly for the place where you're trying to get to than it is to make an orbit and then, you know, try to burn for it. So let's, okay, moon, you're there. Alright. Zoom, zoomly, zoom, zoom. And I'll pause it when I think it's right. I'm not 100% on when I should stop it, but I've got a good idea. It's basically when you can see it near the equator there. That's when you're going to be launching towards it. So I'm going to stop just before that so I can... Yeah, there we go. That should be perfect. So I can make the orbit, or not the orbit, so I can make the launch, and then once I make the launch, I should be able to see it, and we should be able to burn directly. And ooh, sunrise. Beautiful. Alright, let's get going. This time with less failure. Hopefully, possibly. Come on, Billy Kerman. You wanted to be on this mission? Well, you're on this damn mission now. You better do a good job. I'm actually gonna just let the boosters... No, I lied. I'm gonna use a little bit of thrust, but I will let the boosters do the majority of the work. Because they do a good job, and I don't want to waste fuel if I don't need to. Because if I end up using too much fuel, or rather, if I end up putting too much thrust out in the initial launch with both the boosters and the launch stage, then I gain too much speed and I end up losing some speed when I have to decouple the boosters. So this way, if I can keep them somewhat even, I guess, if that makes any sense. I'm just gonna do it this way. So now I'm gonna start accelerating, and we should be good. We should not lose. Okay, we're losing a lot of speed. We are losing a lot more than I had hoped for. Lost about 10 meters a second there, 15 meters a second. It's not terrible, but all right. Can we please start going up now? All right, that's great. And these things aren't like shaking themselves apart anymore, so that's always a good thing. I am not... I don't know. I'm not too happy with this, but we'll see what happens. We will see. And you know what, I'm gonna... Yeah, should I keep you guys here? You know what, I will keep you guys here for this whole launch. I don't know if this is boring for you. I know this episode hasn't been super exciting, since it was half building and then half failing at launching this thing. But I'm not sure how this is gonna work, so we will... I mean, we're going up at a decent speed. We're climbing at about 100 meters a second, about a G's worth of acceleration, which is perfect. That explosion always gets me. I don't know why it does that, but every once in a while you hear that sound effect and it freaks you the hell out. Okay, so we're over 10 kilometers. We're just about to hit 200 meters. This is actually going really, really well. So I am probably going to make another little cut here as I start tilting over towards that wonderful, wonderful 90. Yeah, I'm probably going to make a little cut here because, well, things are actually working a lot better than I expected. Actually, you know what? We'll stick around. Just stick with me for a little while, guys. I'm going to look at some terrain, some broken terrain. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to just decouple this stage and then I'm curious to see how well this other stage does by itself. Just every once in a while, tilt over a little bit. We should be able to start seeing the moon shortly. Won't be much longer. In fact, I should probably be doing some science while I'm here, because, you know, I can, so might as well. Alright, so that's gone. Perfect, so we had a ton of thrust with this stage. That is excellent. So yeah, I'll be right back with you guys once we are... well, I guess going towards the moon, because we're not actually going to be going into orbit. So yeah, be back in a second. Alright, well, there's the moon. I know I said I'd bring you guys back in when we're on the way, and, well, technically we're on the way. I just saw the moon rise. We're... I don't know. I've never actually done a direct transfer to the moon, so I don't know how this is going to work, but it will be interesting, that's for damn sure. I think we'll be fine, and we've got a ton of fuel in this stage, so we should be okay. Yeah, let's see what happens with this here. Because we really don't need an orbit. I mean, we just need to burn directly towards it. So, yeah. Come on, spacecraft. Do not fail me now. I guess we might as well send more science. There really isn't much science there, but every little bit does help, I suppose. We might as well exhaust all the science that we have available here. Alright, perfect, perfect. That's looking good, looking good. How are we looking on fuel? We're looking okay on fuel. I don't know if we're going to make it there with the fuel we have in this stage. No, we're not going to. That's kind of poopy. I'm actually going to... Yeah, I'm actually going to transfer some fuel. No, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to leave a stage out here. I'm going to... Because this is going to... Yeah, it's going to crash back eventually. So that's actually perfect. So we'll leave that stage here, then we'll just make the moon... Or get to the moon this way. Yeah, because that stage will eventually crash back down into the planet. I will have to keep an eye on it, because... I think I mentioned it before, but there is no physics when you're not focused on an object, so it'll just go through the atmosphere and hit that 30 kilometers and be totally fine. Well, we're looking good on fuel, and now let's see if this actually worked. I'm curious if I've done this properly or not. Come on, encounter. Any second. Oh my god, it actually worked. That was beautiful. Alright, well, let's figure this out. See if we come in the right way. Well, we're coming in the right way, but we need to work on that periapsis quite a bit. Yes, yes, yes. In fact, I'm gonna wait. Should I wait? I'm gonna set up a maneuver node because I don't trust myself to do this manually. So I just want to set up a quick little maneuver node to see if I can get a slightly better orbit here. Yeah, we got to shift it over a little bit. That's still not good enough. A little more burning will help, but I don't want to burn that much. That is way too much burning for my preference. Okay, what about that? Right there, what do we got? We have 47. We can get a little closer, right? 44, 37, 30. Come on, baby. Just a little bit closer. Okay, what if we burn a bit? No, burn less. I would like to burn as little as possible to make this. See, that's awesome. So we don't even have to worry about an orbit, and because we didn't have to worry about an orbit, we don't have to do the 800 meters a second burn to get to the moon from orbit. Now we're basically going directly to the moon. It's beautiful. Is that a thing that'll work? You know what? Yeah, we'll leave it at 13. That sounds good to me. All right. Well, time to do this this final burn here, which will be coming up in just a little bit. Whoop, come on, come on. There we go. If you guys ever have trouble with, you'll notice like the SAS will just kind of bounce back and forth. So you want to like set it up on a point like there, but you'll see it like bounce a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's fairly stable, but if you're trying to get fine movements, just hit F instead, which will just kind of like toggle it on and off. So you can just quickly adjust like that. Anyways, enough charge wasting. We need to burn. Because we're past our burn. I kind of messed that up a little bit by fooling around there. But we are... Oh, that looks like I'm burning directly towards Kerbin. I guess in a way I am. Anyway, let's get rid of this because I want to keep an eye on that. Yeah, this is kind of a weird thing that I'm doing. I'm kind of like shifting the orbit a little bit, but I have to. And this is the best time to do it, is as far away from the point as possible. So yeah. And we'll leave it at around 13. So we are good. Excellent. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so happy with how this is going. We don't actually have that much fuel in this stage. Wait, do we? What's going on? Do these not... Okay, so apparently the clipping does matter. So it looks like I'm going to have to run fuel pipes next time I do this. Because it's not actually... I mean, it is counting that fuel there, but it's not actually counting that fuel for the engine. Alright, I mean, that's totally okay. At least we have a ton of fuel in here. In fact, can we? That's 45 and 45. So once we run out of this tank completely, we will just transfer those two guys over and have another full fuel tank. And be totally fine. Any more science? Oh, okay. Sure, why not? Send it. And Kerbin is very round. Who would have thunk it? Oh, we got some goo. And you know what? Billy, my man. Time for you to pop out here and... Ooh, what's that? Well, that must be the debris. Do an EVA report? What do we got? That's not very good. Well, anyhow. Let us go to the moon. Yeah, well, I'm actually going to... You know what? So I don't screw this up. I am going to add an alarm for when we get a sphere of influence change. So I'm going to set it for 2 minutes ahead of time, just in case it doesn't work properly, but it totally should. So we can watch it in cinematic mode. So yeah, anyways, I'm actually gonna... Wait. There we go. Before anything else, always remember to turn off your SAS when you're not actually doing anything with it, because you're just gonna be milking that charge for no reason. So yeah, I'm gonna be leaving the episode off here. I know it hasn't been anything ridiculously exciting, but we do have a nice fancy new lander that will basically get us anywhere we need to go, I want to say. I mean, it can definitely do Minmus and the moon and return trips. It has a ton of science experiments on it. I could easily fit more on there as well. I could fit the small ones on there, like thermometer and barometer and all that other stuff when I unlock it. So all we really need now is a nice launch stage. We basically need those nuclear engines so I can start going interplanetary. I don't think that science probe that I built is going to do much of anything. I'm really not sure. I don't think it'll be able to get to Moho, because the problem with Moho is you have to, not only do you have to burn to get an orbit around Kerbal, the sun, you also have to slow down quite a bit to actually get to Moho, and it doesn't have an atmosphere, so, you know, you can't aerobrake. So I'm thinking I might go to, I might attempt Eve instead, because Eve has a little bit of an atmosphere. I do also have Duna as an option. I've got Duna alert set up as well. And there's always Lathe, but, you know, that's Lathe. That's way the hell out there around Jewel, so, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But anyhow, I will be calling the episode here because we've done what we set out to do for today, and that is get to the moon. So let's zoom, and actually get out there. Ah, perfect. So there it is. You can see it. It's slowing me down. That is actually the alarm clock that slowed down the time warp there. I mentioned it before in the last episode where if you're trying to reach a point and you're going too fast in time warp, then you'll just like zoom by that point. You can zoom through planets and through atmospheres doing that. So yeah, that's why this slows it down for you. It's neat that way. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna leave it here because Bill has made his way, basically to the moon. He's more or less there. Let's get him in orbit. I mean, we might as well, right? We're here. Crap, the episode's getting really long again, though. Yeah, so I'm actually going to cut it here because it's getting super long. But look, this is an orbit. Well, it's not an orbit, but it's an easily attainable orbit. So yeah, I'm going to leave the episode off here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, well, you know what to do. So I will catch you next time. Take care.